Okay, so how are you feeling? Like, how are you actually feeling? Because me and, like the whole Astro team, the spirit team have been a little bit worried, and we need to talk. We really need to talk about what you need to know about this Taurus new moon, like ASAP, because there are some things, honey, that you need to know about this energy. Do you got like a few minutes? Like just a few minutes. Like, I'll be really quick. But yeah, we just need to get into exactly how it's gonna affect you, because I want you and spirit team wants you to be working it, okay? To be really manifesting all that you want. So, we're just out here being your biggest cheerleaders. So let's grab some tea and let's chat, okay? Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Chica, your conscious mentor, and today I'm going to be going over the Taurus new moon on May 11th, 2021, and what exactly do you need to know? There are 4 things and ways that they're really going to affect us, and I really just feel like this Taurus new moon is teaching us how to be better communicators and how to speak to and from our heart. So I'm really excited to go into these 4 ways that this energy is going to shift and how we can really hone into this new moon energy. Before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, as well as put notification bells. I do 3 of our videos every single week for you amazing, beautiful souls. And I also do new moon and full moon energy updates and meditation healings here live on the channel. So make sure you put those notification bells, because we will be meeting back here on May 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern time for a circle, an energy healing circle, to celebrate the new moon and allow you to really hone into that energy, sending you distance energy healing. So I'm really excited for that. Today's subscriber of the day is Priya. Thank you so much for being part of the family and just doing all the work that you do, and for all of you for doing this deeper work and honing into the energy of the moon. Let's get into the reasons and the real reason why we gotta have some tea and chat about this Taurus new moon. So as per usual, I will be pulling some cards whenever I feel called to from spirit. If I feel channeled to pull some cards, I got my decks on my table, and I'm really excited to go into this energy. I love doing these videos. So the first thing that you need to know about this Taurus new moon on May 11th, 2021 is that you may feel that your basic necessities, like I'm talking like money for food, money for your rent, like all of those little things, it feels like you're being challenged a little bit. Maybe you're just kind of zeroing into your money and finances, or zeroing into your food, or zeroing into those little things. You're over analyzing about all those basic routine things that you do every single day around this time of the new moon. Now, the Taurus tends to be stubborn in their own way, and it seems like even though we want to change and rebirth, we're also just being hard on ourselves in the wrong areas of our life. So this is what the Taurus new moon is reminding us, that even though we are zeroing into those basic necessities, we have to look at everything from a macro perspective. We have to look at things from the external overall perspective, not just, oh, okay, I've eaten chips, I've just ruined my diet, or, I had to spend more money for this need. Oh my gosh, like I need to save more money. Remember, what we are is what we create. And there's 3 cards that really came out. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's see what Spirit's saying here. Here or now. So this is the first card that we got here, the here or now card. And it's really saying that how can we be here in this moment as opposed to worrying about everything that we are not having in our life. And I'm talking like root chakra. I'm talking about basic things that we need. Again, I know the Taurus tends to be playful, creative energy. They want all these amazing things to happen, but yet they just don't like change. And we need to understand, in order for change to happen, we need to invest in ourselves and figure out what is meant to be done in the now, as opposed to honing down on all the things that you've let go and you shedded last month. Like I said, the super Scorpio full moon was a vibe, and it really allowed us to understand what has happened in our past so we can fully just wash our hands and be done with it. But that doesn't mean we need to go on to the next thing that we have to worry about, which is the future. You need to understand that part of the journey is sometimes allowing ourselves to be in the unknown, and the mystic of the universe and the way that the spiritual world works is, even myself, sometimes they tend to hide some information to us because they want the best for us to just completely surrender throughout the journey. The next card you got is to come to the edge. So we need to come to the edge within ourselves. And what I mean by this is take the risk. Here we need to finally take the risk to just accept our new version of ourselves, accept those new changes, and stop being so stubborn, stop resisting it. You know, I know it's not what you wanted as far as like how it played out, but it's exactly the way that it needed to be. It happened the way it divinely needed to be. But that doesn't mean that you have to start to go around everything thinking that you are losing things and that even your necessities are being taken away from you. No, we have to change. Sometimes we have to get uncomfortable in order for us to get comfortable. And that's all part of what the universe teaches us. In order for us to know, the universe for us to know that we're willing to accept, you know, this successful business or the car that we want or the love of our life that we're trying to bring and attract into our life in this spring blooming energy time within the Taurus, we have to understand that we have to take the risk and actually leap for it first. We can't just be all in our head sometimes about what we want and everything. And I say this a lot with manifestation. You guys know that I do a lot of videos on manifestation. I think it's important to manifest. However, we have to act in this now, not act as if, act in the now and come to the edge and take that leap, because the universe is on the edge with you, but you need to just do it. And the fact that this card number is 36, that is one of the most powerful numbers I find. 3 represents the alignment and 6 represents the change that is coming after. It's like kind of like a warning for us to just stop being in our head. So stop being in your head. That's why I was like, have some tea, let's talk, because this energy, what I shifted into, what I tapped into, we need to be here. We need to be present. We need to just be blessed. I think one of the biggest things that are going to happen when you start to surrender on worrying on all the little things that are happening throughout the changes, you're going to have a lot of blessings happen, and it's almost like you were blocking these blessings from coming through to you. So just know that the signs that you needed to confirm that all of these amazing things were coming into fruition in this lifetime, it's happening in this month. Like the confirmation message, it is kind of like a speed month. Like this month is like the fast track. You know when you're in Disney World and there's 2 lanes and then people pay for the fast lane? You're going in the fast lane this month if you decide to go and come on the edge. That's really what the universe and spirit is sharing with you here, which is so strong. The second thing that you need to know about this Taurus new moon on May 11th, 2021 is that we need to accept that the rebirth has happened, and now we have to fully accept our new being, our new person. I just, you know, today I think basically is the last day that I'm having for our Rebirth Mastermind. I'm hosting a free mastermind for you guys. I know some of you guys are going. If you are going, let me know. Don't worry, there will be other ways that I will support you, i.e. the new moon. Come to that, and if you like it, then, you know, maybe you can come to one of the free little circles that I do as well. But all this to say is that rebirthing is happening. Rebirthing is happening in such a fast rate, and it's time for us to accept our new self, or else things are just going to move along and just kind of repeat itself of what we released before last month. And that's the way the universe works. It's always free will, right? We have the choice to get out of our mind and just to act and take that leap and go on the edge of things. But if we don't take it, then we'll just have to repeat that lesson again in another lifetime. So allow yourself to really focus on, how can I rebirth with myself? How can I act on it? You know, I know we're in retrograde right now, but actually act on like getting the preps that you need, you know, figuring out what your budget is for that dream house or the lease for you to move out of your parents' place. Figure out like what that business idea is. What is your purpose? How do you want to help people, as opposed to looking at the money sign and like, I need this money because I'm scared of my basic needs. We're not looking at basic needs. We have to look at the energy. Everything is energy. Stop allowing yourself to be ungrounded through the pain and through the self-sabotage of worrying of everything that you will lose by going into this new direction and changes. We have to understand that things happen in cycles in life, and cycles come to endings, but new endings come to new beginnings. We see this with Mother Earth. Every year as the seasons come with, you know, spring, summer, fall, and winter, it comes up again and it creates life again. And that's what humans do energetically in our life. We have certain periods of our life that we need to change and shift. This is the period that we're actually changing and allowing ourselves to bloom in everything that we've done during winter. So ask yourself, what have you been working on during the winter in the few months, like from December all the way from now? What did you work on? What have you been really like shifting? What were your intentions around that moon time? And how have they come into fruition, or how have they changed? And how can you give yourself credit for all that work that you have done? So we need to really accept our new self. I think that's one of the biggest things that are coming through here. I know Tauruses are stubborn. I know that they're creative and sensual and amazing beings. You are awesome. So hone into that. And oh my gosh, these cards are like speaking to you. Okay, so remember when I talked about the whole rebirth thing into this new life, this new aspect of what you want? So universe just spoke here with the number 8, which is all about abundance, and the other card is an abundance card. So this is alignment. So what I'm seeing is you are rebirthing right now to finally hone down into the abundance that you want in the next 6 months. The next 6 months, confirmation is coming. And I see that you are going to accept a lot of your new self. Like it's almost like you're making this way for the rainbow to flow through, and the rainbow is going to make sense in a second, but it's just coming through in this space. So really allow yourself to accept it. I know it's hard for us to shed our old self, but sometimes we need to say, okay, thank you so much for all that you've done. Thank you for all of the traumas even that you made me experience, the pains, the struggles. It has made me the strongest priestess, goddess, being, human soul that I am today, for me to hone into this power of this new rebirth and this new abundance that is mine. You know, I have created this and I will continue to build on it. But until then, I need to let go and make some room in my life. And you've done that. Don't backtrack. Come back and be here. Be in the now to avoid yourself from staying in the past and worrying about the future. So community is one thing that the universe is saying that will really help you here. Community is everything. And I truly believe that no matter what community that you're in, that every person in a community, whether it is, you know, a sister soul group or this community or, you know, work or at home, whatever communities, the different communities that us as beings have through our human experience, we're all part of a puzzle. And you are part of this puzzle. And I know sometimes when we're hard on ourselves, we feel like we're not doing enough or that people aren't recognizing our hard work. Well, without each and every single one of that puzzle, the puzzle will not be complete. It would not feel complete. So you have to understand and bring yourself to ask for support from your community. Find a community. This is a great time to maybe during this rebirth, you just released some toxic relationships last month for the full moon. So this is a great time to make some new friendships, to appreciate them, you know, to have some new meetups. I know we're in this space right now where we're at home, but that doesn't mean that you can't do some great webinars or like, you know, join on a clubhouse or do some cool things, like connect with people. We are connected by the internet. That is why we're going through such high consciousness, because the world is more connected than it was ever before. So find community, and if you have a community, start to really connect with them during this month. The other card you got is honey and milk honey. They go together, and that rainbow is just brightening. What this is saying is that honey, in a lot of spiritual practice, I know for myself, I practice with shamanic practices, and just the symbol of honey and bees is abundance. And what I'm seeing here is this milk and honey is saying that you are getting your abundance. You are like dripping in abundance right now. You are allowing yourself to reclaim that, but you have to let go of worrying about the basic necessities. So here you can even see in the card, there is an elephant in its milk. Culturally, a lot of religions, I know for myself, the elephant is luck. And I see that this luck is going to be presented to you the moment that you find that community, the moment that you find a tribe that aligns in the energy of what you want to, you are being, not what you are acting as of, but what the energy that you want to be in this lifetime. And it is going to really increase. You're going to start to meet people for opportunities, maybe a job, maybe for, you know, just like finding a soulmate. There's going to be so many amazing things happening the moment that you take down that barrier of like self-sabotage and like feeling like you can't communicate because you're in your old self and like all your old stories is who you are. Honey, you rebirth that. It's no longer what you are. And that's why I really highly suggest maybe looking up on YouTube some self-affirmations, self-love affirmations, throat chakra affirmations, and also just shifting your mind in that space. I also would suggest looking up submittals. I do have a video on submittals, how they affect you, the right submittals to use, all of that. I will link it down below for you guys. I think it's so important for us to keep that in mind. So abundance is coming with the rebirth, and I am so excited for you. Number 3, the third thing that you need to know about this Taurus May new moon is that the throat chakra and the heart chakra are going to be affected the most during this time. And I really see that because we are holding space in the essence of loving ourselves and all of the work that we've done so far in our journey. We're holding space to communicate our truth, like who we are as a being. And we are allowing ourselves to really be mindful of our energetic words during this month and really just honing into our power of creating love energy. So as I mentioned that, guess what cards came out? A heart chakra and a throat chakra. I kid you not. Spirit is speaking. I was like, I feel called to pull the chakra cards and look at the cards that we got. So let's go one by one. Let's start with the gossip card. I love this card. Stop telling yourself the old story that no longer is written. What this means is let go of these old stories and these old patterns that no longer serve you. And I think this card's amazing. I'm actually going to pull out my chakra book. I never met a person I didn't like. So here it just really suggests that appreciating the differences is key. And I think the best way to say this is that you are getting some new friendships coming into your life, some new connections for some of you, and you need to start appreciating those relationships, because if you don't, you will lose them. You will lose those opportunities. If you keep being the self-critic internally to yourself, you're actually going to lose that door. Like that door is going to close. You're not going to find that opportunity. And this could be work. This could be the abundance, because that abundance card reading that I got for you guys for the last point was so strong. You really need to be more kinder. This is also just relationships with, I feel, family and close people, maybe your partner. This is a great time to just stop being in your head and stop being hard on yourself. Stop working so hard at work trying to make that money when you're burning yourself out. And that's why this card came out, workaholic. That's why I'm saying this. So the workaholic card says that when we want to avoid something, we just work and work and work, right? When you don't want to face something, you try to work more, you try to keep your mind busy, you know, like I don't want to feel sad, I don't want to feel grief, I don't want to feel anger, so I'm just going to keep working at work, I'm going to keep busy cleaning, I'm going to keep doing this. But we have to understand that if we do that, we're actually going to lose some of the friends, and we're not going to be able to come from our heart space and really like share what we need to release. In order for you to manifest this new life that you've created from rebirthing, this new shed of releasing that you've done last month, you need to keep allowing yourself to tune into your intuition and to listen to your heart. And as cheesy as it sounds, sitting down with meditation and sitting with your heart and asking your heart, what do you have to tell me, while breathing into the heart, is a great thing to do days leading up to the new moon in Taurus and also after. I would highly suggest it. The throat chakra is also going to be affected because this is going to affect you speaking your truth and your new being. And again, it's like having a new pair of shoes. It gets a little bit uncomfortable. You're probably breaking them in, and after a while it just feels like it's part of your foot, you know, after you break them in a few times. So it's almost like you need to break yourself into this new being of yourself. You need to like come into yourself a little bit more, and that requires a little bit more authenticity of speaking, you know, getting comfortable with getting uncomfortable in order for you to be comfortable with this new intention you have for your career, this new space. You know, there are going to be things that you're going to continue to let go during this month, and that's okay, but it's almost pushing you in the right direction for that, you know. I also think that speaking and knowing yourself, so sitting with your being and just like accepting your gifts, not allowing the old relationships and people and their critique to come into your mind, going back to these old beliefs, we need to let go of that, and we need to be kinder. Please be kinder to yourself. I'm going to keep repeating this because this is stated in every single point that I wrote here. We need to be kinder to ourselves, and I think this is so important. And also just having more reason to our being, having more reason to our space, I think is so important. Compliancy is the card that was at the top of the deck. Spirit just told me pull it out. It's a root chakra one, and this really comes back to our first point, which I'm coming back to. We have shedded, we have grieved ourselves, right? And maybe for some of you, you're still grieving parts of your old self. That's okay. But I want you to just understand that we have to be kind. We need to stop avoiding the pain, because if we avoid the pain, that pain is just going to continue. That residual energy is going to continue. And what's going to happen is a lot of you might find that coming up to the new moon, you're going to feel angry. You're going to feel angry that you feel like things aren't moving forward. You're going to feel angry that the abundance isn't coming. You're going to feel angry that you don't have community because you've been working so hard on avoiding this pain that you're trying to let go to take you to that next step further to where you need to be in this abundant, amazing life that this Taurus new moon is bringing for you. So I just feel like all of this energy is so strong. It's just really speaking to here. I would highly suggest doing some heart chakra, throat chakra meditations during that time to really hone into that energy. Number 4, the fourth reason and the fourth thing that you need to know about the May new moon in Taurus, almost said March there, May new moon in Taurus, is that you have to understand that there will be a huge boost of things coming up. A lot of you guys are going to get such deep downloads. Some of you are going to find your gifts, like your new gifts that maybe you've unlocked throughout this shift. I know a lot of you rebirthed in a way that maybe certain family members grieved or passed away last month, or maybe a part of you grieved or passed away. Like the Scorpio full moon really allowed us to shed, like the snake energy, shed our being, shed our scorpion, you know, outside layer into this new season. We have to understand that once we shed that, it creates this sense of lostness a bit. And at the same time, when we are lost and when we are starting on this blank sheet, there's all this creative space that we have. So there's a huge boost of just like venture and abundance and like opportunity that's happening in this Taurus. I know the retrograde makes people kind of think, oh, I can't make, yeah, but this is still a time that you can still hone into whatever energy comes through. It's a perfect time to be creative. It's a perfect time to just allow yourself to flow with what's coming through once you've let go of those beliefs completely. And as I said that, my ears just popped. So clearly that was a message that had to come through. I'm gonna see what else is coming through. That came through 3 other cards. Oh my gosh, this card's been coming out a lot for you guys. Oh my gosh, yeah. So we're just coming into this flow of the Scorpio coming into, again, rebirthing here. So breathe. I think this is one of the cards that we're saying, just breathing into these things, breathing into the changes. You might even feel like the changes are happening a little too fast for you, for some of you, and it's almost like overwhelming. But again, come back to yourself, come back to the card that we had for the first one, be here, be now. Don't get too overheated with all of the shifts. However, one great tip I will share with you guys is if you do feel overheated, please do not hold that in. You know, punch a pillow, release that anger, release that pain is very much needed. Regeneration. So I just feel, again, you're just seeing yourself come into this light. Your gifts are opening up. You're finding your purpose more. You're getting like these crazy, crazy synchronicities during this month in the new beginnings that are coming after what you've just shed. And even through the anger, even through the energy, there's some red here. Even through the lava and that pain that you've gone through and everything you shed it and the grief that we've held into, there is still so much earth, there is still so much life in you, and that's where it's coming from. It's this new reborn version of yourself that you are now seeing in this month after this crazy super full moon that we've had. The last thing I have is the happy. You are just gonna be so happy after this Taurus, you know, time. Again, we're just in this end of the retrograde. We're ending in the retrograde as we start in a way, and during this time you're just gonna feel really happy for a lot of you, because as you start to just feel that you've let go of, you know, worrying about the challenges that come through in your way, you're just understanding that the divine always has your back and they're always supporting you. There is an abundance of support, there is an abundance of opportunities, and when you can surrender to that rebirth, it just seems like everything flawlessly flows through. So I love this Taurus new moon. There is a mixture of releasing here and that stubbornness, but we also have this like joy, abundance, support, opportunity, community coming through that we're going to be needing. A lot of you guys, this is a great time to collaborate with people, whether that is through business, whether that is through work, whatever it is. But I really hope that this video allowed you to feel it, because I definitely feel the energy of spirit coming through. Let's get some little affirmations, because I felt called to share the cards. So we have 2 affirmations. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So the first card, this just hones it down. If you really just want to end this video with a bam here, it is purpose. I know what I am here to do. Type that down below. I know what I am here to do. I know my purpose. That is what's going to happen this Taurus new moon. You are setting seeds for the purpose that you have now opened up for, the purpose that you have now rebirthed for. And it is so beautiful. The last card of affirmation I have is growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Type that down below. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, because you are expanding it and I am seeing it. It is flowing. It is flowing, honey. And I am so excited for you. So get prepared that this new moon in Taurus this May is going to hold a lot of growth for you throughout this dense energy. Remember that it's nothing that you can't handle, because you just rebirthed some big cords and a lot of energy from the past. So the world is your oyster, honeys. The world is your oyster. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and put notification bells so you don't miss a video. And also, I do these new moon and full moon energy updates every single month. I also will remind you guys that we are coming back here on May 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern time to do a meditation energy healing. I am so excited. I want to really help you, guide you through this energy, take your power into this space, release that anger, and allow you to hone into the space that you need to. And I also want to remind you too that we have a huge announcement coming up on May 1st. If you would like to know what that announcement is, and if you are seeing after May 1st, that announcement's already happened. So I am so excited for it. You guys can check out what that is on Instagram if it's later on, and it will probably be down below in the comments, in the description section. So super excited. Happy new moon in Taurus. Enjoy it. You are an amazing soul, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.